Hi, I'm Kent Berk, an attorney at the Scottsdale, Arizona law firm of Berk and Moskowitz, where we handle probate, estate, trust, and inheritance litigation in Arizona. I'm going to give you an update today on a recent case decided May 31, 2012 by the Arizona Court of Appeals. The case is very interesting and unique in that it involved $500,000 of cash found inside the walls of a home that was sold after a man died. What happened was Mr. Spann owned a home in Paradise Valley, and apparently he was afraid of putting his money in the bank because he hid various gold and cash in various parts of his home. His daughters, he died in 2001, and then his daughters, knowing that he had hidden cash and valuables in other homes, made a thorough inspection and investigation to try and locate all of his property, and they found various cash and gold throughout the home. They owned the home for about 7 years and decided after fixing it up to sell the home in 2008 to Jennings and McCallum. So Jennings and McCallum bought the house as is and started some renovations. They hired a construction company who tore out some walls, and the contractor, the worker, found some munitions cans filled with a total of $500,000 in cash. The contractor's owner took the cash home and hid it in his safe. The worker then reported the matter to the buyers of the home, who called the police, and the police then seized and held $500,000 in cash. So, and then eventually the worker advised the estate, the sellers of the home, the daughters of the deceased gentleman, that this cash had been found, and they asserted a claim through the probate court to the cash that was found. And the new owners claimed that they were entitled to the cash, and of course the estate of Spann claimed that it was their father's money and therefore they should own it. So the case came down to the classification of the property. Basically, property in these situations can be classified into 4 different categories: mislaid property, lost property, abandoned property, and treasure trove. Lost property is just what it says: property that someone doesn't realize that they lost and inadvertently forgets about it or doesn't realize that they lost it. Abandoned property is something that someone knows that they have disregarded and knowingly abandoned their rights in it. Mislaid property is some property that someone hides but then forgets what it is, where it is. And treasure trove is property that becomes antiquated, is very, very old, such that the identification of the true owner is impossible or the owner is unknown. In this case, the court easily came to the conclusion that the property, the cash, was mislaid, and because it was mislaid property, the buyers of the home did not get to keep the property, and it was turned over to the estate or the daughters of the man who had died. They also found that the transfer of the home as is did not give title to the cash to the new buyers because it was a mutual mistake. No one suspected that there was cash hidden inside the walls of the home, and for that additional reason, the Court of Appeals affirmed and upheld the trial court's decision to turn over the cash to the estate of Spann. Kind of an interesting case. It's not very often that we get to report on cases involving hidden money, let alone cash of $500,000. So watch our website, azestatelawyers.com, for other updates. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. Thank you.